No, DBFZ is far from dead! Hello everyone, welcome to my first ever proper YouTube video, I guess. Is it a proper I don't know. Anyway, I felt like this was an important video to make for our community and for the people that have no clue on what's actually been going on in the competitive DBFZ scene. So, if you don't keep up with Twitter, or just don't follow the competitive scene at all, you probably wouldn't know, but a few top players came out and just said that they're leaving DBFZ, like, they're quitting the game. And it was exactly right after the Dragon Ball Battle Hour event thing, where there was the Gogeta reveal stuff, the patch note and all that. So it was kind of a domino effect actually, of one player saying they're quitting the game and the others just following along. Anyway, this led to a lot of people questioning what's happening, and people that have no clue what this is about started pulling a bunch of conclusions out of their ass, even though it should be very obvious as to why they're leaving. It's not the gameplay, and especially not Gogeta. I cannot comprehend how people can come to the conclusion that Gogeta is somehow making top players quit the game. I don't understand. Well, whatever. So the real reason is actually the netcode. Whoa, big surprise there, right? Haha. They're competitive players, man. It's very hard for them to play online. Delay-based netcode is just that bad. Especially now that people have tried the GT Strike beta, which had very good rollback netcode in it. Playing that and then going back to delay-based netcode is just not a good feel. If the same rollback was implemented in DBFZ, cross-continent, cross-country play would be no problem even at the highest levels. Like, our current online is usually only fully competitive in one-frame connections, and that too only on PC. We don't even talk about PS4 online, man. It's just completely unplayable, no questions asked. Hell, even on PC the netcode's the same, right? It's the same netcode across every single platform. It's just that PC has a lot less delay compared to those other platforms. So if your ping spikes up even a little bit, the frames will jump up and down, so it's just too bad, man. In these conditions, you can't really blame some of the players for quitting. I mean, the timing of this can probably be explained by how the Battle Hour event felt like the perfect place to announce stuff for the future of the game. Maybe Season 4 reveal, or possible hope for rollback, or whatever, you get what I'm saying, right? But there was nothing, and I'm honestly not sure why. Well, we can just discuss a little bit more into that later. But, as for the million-year-old question, is DBFZ dead? No, DBFZ is far from dead! The casual player base is way too big for it to die. It's just not possible. There's too many players. Competitively though, it's probably dead. For the time being. The only region really grinding the game is France, and they're by far the best DBFZ players on the planet now. But the other regions, they're not really grinding at all. I mean, they have no reason to. But this is only temporary. Some people think that DBFZ is done for when it comes to updates or whatever, but that is not the case at all. It would be a very dumb business decision for Bandai to just up and forget DBFZ ever existed. There's still a lot of players on this game. The question is though whether we'll get the inevitable sequel, or are they still going to make a Season 4? Not really sure. Either way, DBFZ is probably still going to continue getting support. Though I definitely have to admit that there's this period of silence and nothingness after the Gogeta reveal. I don't know if those are the right words or not, but there's this silence. Like, people are like, DBFZ is done for, it's not getting any updates, or it's like stopping or whatever. But I guess you could take this as a sort of a break, but DBFZ is probably not going anywhere anytime soon. We're pretty much guaranteed a sequel, and when that sequel does happen, it will 100% have rollback. We know Arxis really wants rollback in their games. I'm not really sure what changed though. It was a mixture of probably a lot of requests due to the pandemic. Like, there were a lot of rollback requests, like, all over the place. And Arxis also approved a community-made rollback for Accent Core, and it was very well received. And then the GT Strive rollback itself was also very well received. People were saying that it was even better than the Accent Core beta. So yeah, ArcSys wants rollback in their games. Oh, they also said that they wanted to implement rollback in their older games in some interview, or it was a stream, I think. But by older games, they probably meant like really older games. They probably don't mean DBFZ or Grand Blue, but hey, what do I know? You never know, man. You never know. But yeah. Oh, and offline tournaments will be back soon as well, starting with the US probably. I mean, they were pretty shit at handling the pandemic at first. But you gotta admit, man, their vaccine distribution has been great. Either way, bottom line is that DBFZ is probably not going anywhere anytime soon, and you should not let any of this affect your enjoyment of the game. If you enjoy the game, you should continue playing it. If you don't enjoy it, then just don't play it. It's really that simple. And if you think that a few top players quitting the game really somehow affects your enjoyment of it, then just look at the other top players. I mean, the majority of them came out in response to this and said that they will continue playing DBFZ. So like, really doesn't matter as long as you enjoy the game, you can keep playing it. As for me, I will continue grinding DBFZ, even though being motivated to keep getting better as a competitive player in these times is extremely hard. Like, extremely hard. But I have to continue to do my best until we have our competition back. Oh, actually, if you didn't know, I've been trying to compete in this game for like, what, ever since it came out pretty much. Because once I saw on Twitter, actually it was during the announcement I saw on Twitter that Dragon Ball would be getting a proper fighting game. During those times I was playing Tekken. I newly got into Tekken because I was tired of Dragon Ball Xenoverse. That's right. You could probably tell from my channel I used to be a Xenoverse player, but anyway. So I saw that announcement and I was hyped, like extremely hyped. I was like, hell yeah, I'm going to compete in this game. I'm gonna be the best player in this game. And I actually did try. For the 2 years this game did have competition, like offline tournaments. I did try, but if you don't know, I'm from Pakistan, so my visa, the few times I tried, my visa got declined. And finally, once I did get hopes to get a visa, I even had a sponsor, an entire ass sponsor. So with that contract, I would be able to attend Combo Breaker, CEO, and even Evo 2020, am I right? But we already know what happens here. The pandemic hit all of a sudden, everything's getting cancelled, and there we are. Everything is closed down. Anyway, that's enough backstory for now. Let's get closer to the present now. So, I tried the GG Strife beta. At first, I'm gonna be honest, I hated that game. Like, I didn't like it at all. But as I played more and I labbed more, I started to really enjoy it. Like, really enjoy it. I think one of the reasons for that is because I obviously didn't know what the frick was happening at first. But as I understood the game more, I started to really fix my mistakes and improve. And if you know me, you know that I love that feeling of improvement and just getting stronger at the game. Plus the freedom of just being able to go online and literally play anyone you want with absolutely zero problems is just way too satisfying. So yeah, I'll be playing GG Strife competitively along with DBFZ. What I'm planning is that I'll be grinding both games at the same time. You know, I'll have GG Strife to satisfy my hunger for competition until we have offline back, or even rollback for DBFZ. That's why, you know, I won't really stop playing DBFZ or take a break or whatever, because, you know, GG Strife was fun and all, but it's still no DBFZ. Like, for me personally, DBFZ is still the most fun I've had at a game, like ever, not just fighting games. And I've been playing this game since its closed beta. I've never felt the need to like take a break from it or whatever. It was only a while back when the competition was extremely dead that I was feeling off, but I still kept trying to get better and never really stopped playing. So yes, I will be there when the competition is back, and I will win every single goddamn event there is. You can mark my words on that. But until then, I will try to get some wins in GG Strifes online, I guess, while secretly training in DBFZ as well. Anyway, that's all I wanted to talk about today. This was my first attempt at a proper YouTube video, so let me know what you thought of it. If you liked the video, you can leave a like, and if you didn't like it, then just dislike it. Also feel free to criticize anything, I would appreciate that. And with that being said, if you'd like to see more future content, more frequent uploads, you gotta let me know by subscribing. Might as well turn on those notifications if you subscribe. I guess you'll get a notification every time I upload a video, so hit that little bell thing, I guess. I mean, every YouTuber tells you to turn those notifications on, so I gotta follow the trends, right? I mean, I'm talking too much. Anyway, I'll catch you kids in the next one. See you guys around.